Okay, this is BeatMirror 3.0, an app to detect tempo as you play music. In this video, we're going to cover 4 things: basic detection, target mode, 6 special features, and then some troubleshooting tips you might find useful. Let's get started. 1. Basic detection. Okay, this is what you get when you download the app. There's a tutorial to get you started, which you can turn on and off with this little button up there. And then you can just hit start. Now I have a track over here in GarageBand playing at 94, and you can see that BeatMirror got the tempo right away. Let's try and slow it down. After a moment, BeatMirror catches right on. Now we'll try and speed up. There's 109. Okay. Now we can see here there's a range, and it goes from about 65 to 130. That's the default. And you can change that just by, scrolling on it. But just so you know what happens when you go outside the range, let's go back to the default range of 65 to 130. And then we are going to start our track really fast. Too fast for this particular song, but that's okay. We'll go to 160. You can see that 160 isn't in our range, so I want to show you what happens. Okay, so we got 80. And that's not 160, it's half. So what it did was it detected, the closest tempo that was in range, which would have been your half beat tempo. And all we need to do is change the range, and actually it gets it right, and it reanalyzes everything in the history too. So if the range isn't quite right, you can just change it anytime and it'll all be reanalyzed. So the last thing I want to show you in basic detection is this. It's the triplet mode. If you're playing a song in triplet time, like 1, 2, 3, dun, 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 it might just work fine as is. But if you want to improve the accuracy, you can just toggle that on there. So that's basic detection. Get your range right. Make sure the triplet mode is on when it should be, and then you should get some pretty great detection. Okay, 2, target mode. Now for target mode. So far we've been in range mode. You can see the mode down here, which is great for whenever you just want to play some music and find the tempo. But target mode is for those musicians who are trying to hit one specific tempo and want some feedback when they're going too fast or too slow. So we turn on target mode down here. There we go. And we can set the target either by dragging the button here, see, using a number pad, just tap on it. Or there's a tap pad here too. We could also set an count in option, 4 beats, 8 beats, whatever you want, and turn on visual feedback as well. And that's going to show us when we're going too fast or too slow. So let's see what this looks like. I'll play that track again, and I think I have it. So we have our target set to 104. I'll start out a little bit slow there, maybe at 90. And you can see you get some blue feedback when you're going a bit slow. Now we're going to go a bit faster. And now it's red, going a bit too hot. And we'll bring it right back to around where it should be. And there you go, it goes green. Okay, so that is target mode. And again, you can toggle it on and off here. Okay, 6 features. We've seen basic detection and target mode, and now it's time for some extra features. We'll look at 6 features, and I'll take you through those nice and quickly, top to bottom. So first, up here, getting in touch. Tap this envelope to send me an email anytime. BeatMirror is made by 10 Kettles, and 10 Kettles is just me. My name's Alex, and my dog Patch. So I'm the one reading and responding to your emails, and I can usually get back to you by the next working day. 2, tutorial. You saw this already. You can toggle it with here. There you go. You'll see a short tutorial the first time you open the app, but you can tap right here to dive into a slightly more thorough tutorial. There's also a full guide to BeatMirror on the website. I put the link in the description if you're interested. Though I've tried to cover pretty much everything in this video too. Okay, next is over here, and that is your zoom button. There are 3 zoom modes: zoom in, zoom out, and zoom everything. Zoom everything is particularly useful for the next feature, and that is graph sharing. So if you have zoom everything set, everything's on the graph, and you can share it however you want. Next thing is the level indicator. That's down here. This should be bouncing around during detection. You'll notice like it's just during detection, so I'll show you. It doesn't do anything now. And we'll put that back on. You can see it bouncing around. If it's not bouncing around when you're detecting, then you could have a microphone permissions issue. Maybe you just didn't hit OK at the beginning when that pop-up came up the first time you used BeatMirror. But you can just either delete BeatMirror and reinstall it and hit OK, or you can just enable microphone permissions and settings. Okay, the next one is headphones. You can connect headphones anytime. The device mic will continue detecting tempo, so you'll get any audio hitting there will get its tempo detected. But if you have those headphones connected, you can listen to music or metronome while you play whatever you want. Okay, last part of the video, and that's troubleshooting. Here's what to try if you're not getting a good tempo reading. The first thing is microphone permissions. As we just talked about, if this level indicator down here doesn't change when you've got it running, then check your microphone permissions in the settings app, or just delete and reinstall the app and hit OK when prompted to use the mic. 2, tempo range. So here's your tempo range. You just scroll on that to change it, or if you're in target mode, kind of same deal. If you're seeing double or half the tempo you expected, you're in the wrong range. So just drag that tempo axis or the target tempo, and you should be good. Okay, the next thing is triplet mode. So that's this one here. If the tempo graph is kind of bouncing around and you wouldn't expect it to, double check the triplet mode setting. Make sure it's on when it should be on and off when it should be off. But I would just leave it off by default and turn it on when you need to. Okay, the last thing is clean audio. If you can hear a beat in the music, then BeatMirror is probably going to be able to hear it too. It doesn't need to be like all in the downbeat. It can be syncopated. It can be whatever. But you should be able to, tap your foot to whatever audio you're hearing. But if there's lots of background noise, maybe loud conversations close to the device, a hand rubbing up against there's the microphones down here, and if you're holding it and your hand's rubbing up against that a lot, you can get some background noise. Then there might be some issues, or if the music is maybe a little too messy and there isn't a clear pulse. Just address that and then try again. Okay, thanks for watching this tutorial on BeatMirror. Remember, you can get in touch anytime with questions. My name's Alex, and I'm the one reading your emails. Just tap this envelope icon up there, or go to tenkettles.com/contact. If you want to hear what else is going on with Ten Kettles, we have a few other apps. Where are they? Way for music theory for songwriting, HearEQ for ear training for EQ, and Wayfinder for scale detection. Then feel free to hop on the newsletter at tenkettles.com/newsletter, link below. Yeah, thanks again for watching. My name's Alex. I make this stuff. I love feedback. Get in touch anytime, and I hope you enjoy BeatMirror.